I'm Alice Scott, and I am here with the TECHNO-Whats team. Ladies, would you like to each introduce yourselves and tell me which library that you're from?
I'm Jackie Kristen from the Glenside Public Library District in Glendale Heights.
I'm Kim Calkins. I'm from the Elmhurst Public Library.
My name is Sharon Reiswitz. I work at the Downers Grove Public Library.
And I'm Heather Booth from the Thomas Ford Memorial Library in Western Springs.
I'm Michelle Pilty, and I'm from the Helen Plum Library in Lombard, Illinois.
Well, thank you. You're all from different libraries. Are you all the same kind of librarian? You all have similar jobs? Similar.
I would say we're all youth services librarians.
Okay.
Yes.
Why did you want to do this project for ILED? That's my first question. What was the impetus?
I'll start. I have been at the Downers Grove Library for 17 years, and things have just kind of been calm and steady and the same, and I needed a kick in the pants. And I knew ILED was going to challenge me, and I really needed it.
Good reason.
Yeah, I would say for me personally, I had talked to somebody who had participated the previous year, and similar to Sharon, I've been kind of bored and I wanted to do something, and this woman told me, she's like, sign up, you'll get inspired, you'll get motivated, and that was a reason for me.
And similar to Kim, I'd heard about this from several years previous participants, and I saw it as a great chance for professional development, learning more about leadership and technology.
I just want to do something new. I want to do something new and exciting and
Nothing wrong with
different.
that.
But I knew that I needed to increase my knowledge of technology, especially I work specifically with teenagers, and there's a big push with teenagers to do more with technology. And I didn't think that there would be any other way for me to get an intensive experience with hands-on technology programming, aside from something like IT.
So what did you intend for your project to achieve, and do you think it's been successful so far?
Our original intent was very nebulous. We wanted to work somehow in the field of robotics. All of us come from a variety of different backgrounds in terms of our familiarity with STEM programming, with science, technology, robotics, and we wanted to challenge ourselves. And I think that we have achieved our goal. Our goal was to create a website that will inform youth services librarians on a variety of different robotics kits that we have reviewed. And it gives all of our own perspectives. So some of us are, like Jackie is very comfortable with technology and with the robotics kits. I am not. Sharon, interested. Heather, what would you say you were?
I'm interested, but I didn't come into this with a lot of proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of in between. Like, technology comes fairly easy to me, but this side of it is more challenging and intimidating. So I was kind of just right in the middle.
Yeah, so we all came from different perspectives, and we thought that using our own perspectives to review these kits would be useful, because all youth services librarians, we don't have a lot of time. Some of us are frightened of these changes, so to be transparent about that, we thought was really valuable.
Okay, so what were your biggest successes and your biggest challenges when you decided to do this?
We're children's librarians, or youth service librarians, and it's summertime, and everybody in summer reading club.
Oh, yes.
Summer reading club is a huge challenge. It takes 4 months of our life. And I have another visual. Our library was undergoing a major renovation. This is what it looked like this summer. I'm not kidding. This was our summer. So having to deal with this and coming up with my ILED project, that was a big challenge for me.
My library also went through a renovation concurrent with our very busy summer reading while I was working on ILED projects.
I got married in the middle of summer reading, and to plan a wedding and go on a honeymoon and enjoy all of that while trying to do summer reading, and ILED was a challenge. And my intercessions, it was a challenge.
I also moved. We moved house. We packed up and moved out of our old house the week after the first ILED session in March. This is us in our new house, still unpacking the week after the ILED session in June. It's better now. It was not this morning. You said it's better now. Okay. But again, on top of summer reading, and I'm the only person who does teen services in my library, and so I was doing summer reading on my own, and moving, and I lead. Time was a challenge.
Yeah, for me, I got engaged.
Yay!
And also, my library has been planning a renovation, which is now finally happening. And then also we got a new director in the middle of it, yeah, in addition to summer reading. And it's just, time was, I think, challenging for all of us to want to go as big as possible. I think we all really dream big in this thing, but time, I think, got the best of us. And I think one of our greatest successes was
Each other.
allowing ourselves to dream big
Yeah.
and being okay with those big things not necessarily always happening the way we thought they would.
And I think that one of the biggest successes is the group that we have
Yeah.
here. I knew Sharon before we started the program, but I don't know that there were any other existing relationships.
None.
And we really gelled as a team, and I feel like, I don't know that we've hit a single hiccup in our work with each other. And to the point that we were driving down here today, we said, well, iLead is ending. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with the project, but we definitely know we want to work together again.
Well, and in terms of project management and collaboration, we really made the most of what we had available, working asynchronously as well as doing what we could to meet in person, which was challenging given how much we all had going on.
Yes, nothing like a little stress.
Yes.
Well, and one of the things that was really valuable, and I think for all of us, is we are a decisive group of people. So we had an idea, we went with it. There was not a lot of hemming and hawing. It was, this is what we're doing. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? This is what we're doing, and it's done. And it was done, and it was done well, I feel.
Yes.
So, in answer to that, I'd like to ask, with the benefit of hindsight, is there anything that you would change about your original concept?
Go ahead.
Without just talking about the concept, one of the first things they told us was it's not about the project, it's about the process.
Right.
And I think with what we've developed together and the relationships we've developed, I wouldn't change a thing about the process. If we could go back and what we do now, I think we've come such a long way, and I'm really happy where we are right now.
I agree with that.
I think for me personally, the only thing I would change was the amount of time we could have spent together with guidance and leadership. I personally would have liked to spend 2 more hours with Beck and really delving into some of the things that she addresses. There's so much there, and I know it's time management, and we have 3 days together with all of these great mentors and leaders. But that would be in the dream world.
I think just in terms of concrete things, if we could have coordinated our timeline a little bit more, with a little bit more minutia at the beginning, it might have helped knowing that we have all of these things. But again, that's difficult because we incorporated programs with the kids and teens in our communities. We were also bound by newsletter deadlines that were out of our control for our libraries. Our newsletter deadlines were different amongst our different libraries, and so that, there were lots of external time issues that created some difficulties. And so if we had been able to have some amazing calendaring skills, that would have worked a little better.
If there were only more than 24 hours
If
a
only.
day.
Yes.
Well, do you think that your project can be used by any library anywhere?
Yes. We have a website. Our website is the robottestkitchen.com. robottestkitchen.com. On the website, we have reviews of all the kits that we purchased with the iLead funds. We have multiple reviews from different perspectives. We have concrete examples of how it worked or how it didn't work with the teens and children that we work with. Any library can use these reviews and help them decide whether or not they want to purchase these kits. Additionally, we're hoping that other libraries in other areas can take the same kind of approach that we did, submit reviews to us. We'd be happy to put them up. Tell us how it worked for you. And we now have these various kits that we're going to be sharing amongst each other with other librarians in the Rails community. And it would be wonderful if another region pooled their resources and shared technology tools that you might not need all the time, but it would be good to.
One of the things that one of the big challenges we faced is as youth services librarians, we have a lot asked of us. As we mentioned, we have the summer reading program. A lot of us are working desk schedules, so on the reference desk, we're doing programming, we are doing newsletter submissions, we're doing iLead. So one of the things that we really wanted was a transparency about what this process has been and how we can build upon it. And I think what can be moved forward is just this conversation about the difficulties that we face as librarians and how we can overcome them together. I think that there are a lot of people who are really on board with these new changes, who are very excited about it, but don't know how to get it done. And I think when you have that shared common experience of, yes, this is really hard, I don't have a lot of time, we don't have a lot of resources, we don't have a lot of support, but it can be done in these small ways, in manageable ways, that's something that can be inspiring and helpful to youth librarians, and it certainly was to me working with these women.
And people can see that process on our website. We've posted true confessions, we've posted our, talking in specific detail about our challenges and experiences, and I think that's a useful thing. And if you're comfortable with the technology, but you're having trouble achieving financing from your administration, it's something that you can show your administrators and say, well, these people were not, this person was not sold on the idea, but here's the outcome that she had, and here is where she found it to be valuable. And if you're comfortable with it, or if you're not comfortable with it, you can find those benefits yourself.
So it's obvious that you want other libraries to use this project.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Do you hope that they will build on it?
That would be ideal. We would love to get more perspectives, more people with a variety of talents coming in and a variety of resources.
And where do you think that you would like to go with this project from here? If anywhere, I mean, if you're able to do that.
Well, we're presenting at the Tinker Group in the northwest suburbs.
Well, and I think we all plan on keep writing and sharing
Yes.
and talking about.
We still have some money left over from our grant. We intend on purchasing more kits. We still have some reviews that we have not posted, so we'll continue on with this. And I think our hope is that we can reach more people and then we can continue the conversation.
Guest posts and stuff.
Guest posts, yeah.
Well, thank you, ladies. This has been very fun chatting with all of you. This is Team TECHNO-Whats.
Check us out, Robot Test Kitchen. Follow us on Twitter.
Just like us.
Just
really.
like us. It's really likable.